A couple of years ago, 29M, met a girl, 29F, through an online circle. We talked frequently, and it was always a great time. She's very passionate about a lot of the same things I am and is very career driven, which is something I'm looking for. Early last year, she opened up about having feelings for me, which I was receptive to. We started spending more time online together, and eventually it got to a point where she would be telling her coworkers and family members about her boyfriend. This didn't bother me too much. I'm very interested, but for me, I had to meet her to seal that deal. Fast forward to Christmas, and my gift to her was going to be a trip up to meet her, USA to Canada. Trip was very expensive, but worth it. We had talked about me going to meet her a few times, thought it was better that way as she has a lot of anxiety, very important for later, and health issues that would make it much harder for her, ESP in this current political climate. Well, that trip happened this weekend. I'm currently typing this out from my hotel room, which I've spent the vast majority of my time here alone in. Context TL, Dar, met a girl online, developed feelings, great match for each other. She lives in Canada, and me, the US. For Christmas, I set up a trip to come see her. She has terrible anxiety issues. The main issue, the trip to see her started off how I expected. I don't know this city at all. It's a country I've only been to a few times, and I was nervous myself. Took a 40-minute Uber to my hotel and expected by the time I got there that she would have worked out her nerves and be ready to meet me. Unfortunately, her anxiety was extra bad, and it took her another 2 hours to work up the courage to drive 5 minutes to come see me. This didn't bother me at the time. I knew it'd be rough, and I'm a patient dude for the most part. We met. She was shaking and bawling her eyes out, but overall it was great. Some hugs, and we drove to her place. She lives with her brother, so I was able to meet him, and we chilled out for a little while. Her anxiety was still through the roof, though, so we didn't actually do much for the next couple of hours. She wanted to drive around and show me some stuff, but couldn't. Eventually, she decided I should probably Uber back instead of her driving me. Next morning, I was up extra early. She usually works nights, so I figured she wouldn't be up for a bit. Not knowing the city, I chose to stay in and wait till she was awake. For hours later, she messages me. We talk for a bit, and she tells me she's not quite ready to see me, as the nerves are still there. That's fine. I found a drugstore in walking distance I can pick some stuff up at and get us some food at a local spot before meeting up. Fast forward about 2 hours later, and I finally get back to her place. She doesn't eat anything and tells me her brother, her, and myself are going to go to get together and hang out with a bunch of their friends. That's cool. I asked her how long we'll be there, and she said a few hours. We leave. It's about an hour drive. Every one of her friends were great, super welcoming, and she seemed really happy to introduce me as her boyfriend. Little party lasts a good portion of the night. We don't talk much as I'm usually getting bounded by her friends or she's playing a game or something. It's around 10 when we go to leave. Still plenty of night left, I figured. She tends to be up till 3 or 4 in the morning, so I was pretty pumped to get to spend the rest of the night together. However, as we get in the car, she asks her brother if it's cool that she takes me to the hotel before they go home. He says yeah, and I just get to sit in shock the whole way back that she's too drained to spend a couple of hours of quality time with her boyfriend she just met. At this point, it's all starting to catch up to me, and I'm feeling pretty bad that I get back to the hotel room, and I'm just confused by this whole trip. I'm alone in a hotel room, in a country I don't know, with my girlfriend a few minutes away, not knowing what to do. What the hell is going on? I fear messaging her about it is going to make her anxiety worse. But at this point, I don't know what to do. I'm set to meet her mom in the evening for dinner. And at this point, I feel like I've met everyone except for my girlfriend. So I message her that. She's very apologetic, saying her anxiety is through the roof still, and she wanted to make this trip worth it for me, but she's just drained. She makes an effort to let me know she is still very interested in everything, but she knows if we're alone together that nothing would happen because she's just too nervous. She hasn't been in a relationship in a couple of years, so it's hard for her. I tell her I don't even want to try anything intimate if that was her fear. I've barely hugged her this trip, and there's a lot more steps in that process before anything like that could happen. I just want to spend some quality time together. She said tomorrow after I meet her mom, there will probably be time. All that said, today is my last day here. I leave early tomorrow morning on a flight. I feel like this whole thing has been a waste, and I'm still just confused. I wanted to spend quality time with her, not sit on a hotel room alone for most of my trip. In my mind, she would want to be with me every waking moment of this trip. Our time is so short. We've talked about it for ages like that was going to be the case. I don't know if the relationship can last after this, that I'll update after we see how this last day goes.